Today we discuss the Nehru thought and socialism. Yesterday we studied the Nehru socialism. Now we thought the secularism. Nehru was thought secularism and religion uh, satisfaction for truth and reality. As a humanistic thinker, Nehru respected the great founder of the religion, but he replied the role of the organization religion in society. He was aware of its danger and the uses. Nehru has had released the reliance of secular state in order to and protected the culture traditional Indian society. It was also essential for the maintenance of social stability and religion homeless among the tribe group. To maintain the national unity and the orderly program in a pluralistic secret, Nehru considered the secularism as vital necessary. It implied that state should not have many religions, neither should it have evidently with any religion, but it is should protect the right and freedom of all religion communities. He also believed that the material progress should be based on the ethical. We should follow the secularism, how he is a humanistic thinker and he is respected the great founder of the religion and he is organized the religion in society. He born in a Brahman family in Kashmir. He is awareness of the danger of he is a released and relevances of the secular state in order to prevent of the protect of the con- culture conditions and of Indian society. And Nehru most important contributed to establish and the protected and secure with the country democratic framework in the best possible manner. An important role in his life, but greater was the influence of the Buddhism, which resolved the feeling of the discrimination. Nehru was aware about the historical past of Indian. He has basically a historian and is convinced that the Indian was the plural society, purely society, not a country with only on one religion and parents and moral principles and continuity is a faith in Gandhism principles and the Nehru had no attraction for the religion. According to him, behind every religion lay a method of the approaches which was wholly unscientific but he recognized the religion provides some kinds of the satisfactions to the inner need of the human nature and give the set of the moral and ethical values of life in the generally. He focus he is believing in a religion provides some kinds of the inner need we human nature and give the set of the moral and ethical values of life in generally. Nehru was not a religion men are would we never spend time as around routine for morning and evening worship as Nehru had a scientific temper. It has the naturally that he would be a Jawaharlal Nehru was an disbelieved and not a emotionally involved in religion dispatches. Nehru approaches to the role of the religion play in social life is described by him in the following manner. He wrote the religion as I saw in the practice and accepted even by the thinking mind, whether it was Hinduism or Islam or Buddhism or Christian, did not attract me. I seemed to the closely. Is I believe in the religion I has saw the practically accepted in the thinking and mind of the whether Hinduism, Islam, Buddhism, Christian did not attract me. He seemed in to be a closely. he believe he focus on secularism. He tell about in secularism and how to is approaching Nehru approaching the role in the religion playing that all things are focused by in this associated with in practical and believe and behind it lay and the method of the approaches life problems which was the rated not in the data of science. There was an element of the myth about it, a religion on the supreme nature. Nehru understanding of the secularism was a product of the personal attitude and historical commitment. Secularism is a basically the separation of the religion for the politics. Politics is associated with the public activities. Religion is an the individual or personal affair, leaving everyone the right to practice one's own religion. Relating to the concept of the secularism, Nehru said that it is the state which honors all faith equal and give them the equal opportunity that as the state. It does not allow the itself to be attached to the one faith or religion which then become the state religion. He, Nehru's understanding the secularism, personal attitude, historical uh, and secularism is based on the separation of the religion and from politics. Politics is associated with the public activities. Religion is individually and personally give them the everyone the right to participate one's own religion. That is our own opinion. This views on the Nehru in the secularism about on secularism is participant and believing behind by the lay method of the approach like a problem which was the created not that the science. There was an element of the vision about it reliance on the supreme natural, sorry, supernatural. Nehru did not take the religion in narrow sense. Religion does not teach hate and intolerance. All religions speak the truth. That is the sense of each religion. He believed that the religion basis of political does not help the social programs. At the same time, Nehru had respected for Gandhi's views on the role of the religion in politics. He was of the view that Gandhi had the moral value of the politicals. He tell about in the religion how to relate the religion and narrow sense. It does religion does not teach us the heart with the imani and religion speak the truth only. That is the essence of each religion. He believed that the religion base of the politics does not help the progress. At the same time, Nehru had respected the Gandhi's views on the role of the religion of the politics. He was of the view that Gandhi had the moral view of the politics. Nehru disappeared both in the Hindu communism as well as the Muslim communism. He is left to secular as being the relief to the monarchical India. Nehru understand of the secularism has been strength due to his regular culture of upbringing. His understanding by the Nehru understand the secular has been strength of the of due to the liberal culture and upbringing. The concept of the secular is defined by the Nehru constitutions in the bedrock of Indian nationalism, which has the subsequently incorporated into the Indian constitution. Nehru understanding of the secularism in primary roots in the empire. He focus on the secularism depend the constitution is how to Indian nationalism which was the equality and into the Indian constitution and Nehru understanding of the secularism is a primary root or is a place. The following of the denunciation. The state does not either encourage or discourage religion. It means freedom of the religion and including the freedom for those who have no religion. In cover the idea of the social and political equality. Nehru promoted the secular thoughts, social transformation, and the development. It means ending in the inequality and backwardness. Despite his liberal approaches toward the religion, it is not easy to declare the Nehru irreligions. He has not supported to the religion. He faith to recognize the religion separate to a deeper covering of the beings. His major concern was that the state should not interfere in religion matters. It is the behind dispute that the Nehru was in his advisor of secularism as the political and culture values. Due to this secular approach is a success solely in party and inter state policy. This is the view of the demonstration of the Nehru views in about on the secularism is not encourage state or does not encourage and discourage in the religion is could not social is cover the ideas of the social and political equality is means inequality and backwardness Nehru promoted the secular through social transformation and development. It means indicating inequality and backwardness. Nehru approach to religion not easy to declare the Nehru religions. He is not a supported religion. He is a faith and recognized that the religions something a deep clave of mm, human beings. His measure was that the state would not in religion matters. Nehru role of the formation of the no. Nehru developed his international outlook by the keeping the himself interested in the international problems. In his ideas, he is always crushed to have a world free of wars and nuclear threat and a world of oneness of growth and development to better the lot of masses of humanities. Speaking in the constructed assembly on December 4th, in 1947, he said we have predicted during this past years that we will not attach ourselves to any practically groups. This has nothing to do with the naturality. Nehru Parapol of the Parapols of powers and increasing in the members of non-elite countries, resulting in is isolation of superpowers. In such an atmosphere of the international relations, never believed that there could be a possible of manual goodwill, tolerance, and is peaceful of the Nehru policy of the non-alignment was not a negative policy. Some people regarded it as the negative policy, which means Indians would remain the natural at the time and in every situation. Nehru declared of the non-agreement was also positive and dynamic in its nature. In positive terms, it sets out an independence foreign policies for the national which objected to leaning up far away proposed to military to the and like and want to work in the of peace. India would try her best to have friendly relations with the countries of both the back and would extend all cooperated for the ensure the peace among the families of the nationals of the world. It will also be helpful for a new independent countries of Asia and Africa. Those, according to Nehru, the policy of non-allegiance on the part of the big state like India was conducive to her own national interest as well as to the interesting of the peace in the world. Nehru also defined the policy of the non-government economic ground. Nehru believed that the economic exploited and the economy backwardness also undermined the causes of peace. He continued that the non-alignment policy was necessity for the newly emerged the underdevelopment countries. The primary aim of those countries was economical development. Without economical development, political stability was not possible. Political instability could become a in the way of world peace. Those, according to Nehru, the maintain of the universal peace uh, was an economy as well as political necessary of those countries. This is a view of the Nehru, and non-alignment was not a negative policy of the being nation in the great powers are staying in the from the two superpowers. The emergent Cold War between the US and the Soviet Union, which in the 1950s, the period which will also say the emergency of the new Asian and African nations, free from the colonial gap, providing the provided the ground for the adoption of policy of non-alignment agreement, which was especially suitable to the requirement of the newly independent Asian and Africa countries. Now, of policies, the Jawaharlal Nehru, the policy of non-alignment was the originally uh, protect from Indians along strength for freedom. So were the club of the leaders of Asian, Africa, and Latin America countries who were able to assert their national identity mainly by adapting the policy of the non-agreement. Centrally board which was saved as base commitment in the formulations of Indian foreign policies were laid down in during India freedom struggles were staying even before of the establishment of the Congress, the national leaders combining the British colonial war in Asia, Africa, and the uses of Indian food in them. Our truth policies is a powerful policies with such capital cities for the internal development as as country process which with which a need of carry out of the reforms of the necessary of our well-being, and essentially futures of the policies on non-alignment was the peace universal disagreement and eliminations of the them uh, then elements of where Nehru views were full of idealism. Non-alignment in the action. Immediately after joining the government of the September 1946, Jawaharlal Nehru made it clearly that would be develop the intersectionality of in the world affair and possess an independence foreign policies mm, with the India's national self-interested. He observed on the September 7th, 1947, we propose as far as possible to keep away from the powers of quality and groups against another which had led in the past of the world where which may again lead the and even the very still. In brief, we see contributions of Nehru. Nehru was a man of the great vision. He realized the danger in the enemy to many superpowers and those were to mutual respect for the sovereignty and the territories integrate of all nations. Nehru was greatest spokesman of a nationality of Asian and African states. He felt that by the to many any one power world may surrounding your opinion, which would not be a right policy. He did not approach the lands invating by the USA like a NATO, NATO, etc. to continue the communism or once promoted by the US, USSR like was packed compound and as they encouraged the colonial and the imperial and were like to protect a race of agreements. He was uh, he was against the communism and capitalism and instead promoted to democratic socialism. India under the Ship Nehru promoted causes freedom of many countries as Asian Africa, which were under Portuguese dominations. Nehru was against the mm, policy of the both of following the South Africa and supported to support and resolutions to it effect of the UN in the 1962. He was for elimination of nuclear weapons. India, those seen treaty in 1963, beginning in the autonomic how he was one of the founding father of the NOM and those Indian play the important role of the separated the message of the country that believed that Indians should be more friendly with the led by the US because that claimed to be pro democracy. Among those who thought on those lines were leaders like the Ambedkar. Distinct from the two camps, the foreign policy of independence India pushed the dream of the peaceful world by the advancing the policy of the non-alignment by reduce a cold wars and by contributed the human resources to the UN operation. India want to keep away from the military alliance led by US and Soviet Union against each others. Of Asian unity. Nehru in a major role of the Indian and world affairs and especially in Asian affairs. His area was marked by the establishment of the contact between the India and other newly independent states in Asia and Africa throughout in 1940 to 1950s. Nehru had been of the Asian unity. India, Indian was a supporter of the process of family opposition, especially South Africa. South Africa Asian Conference held on the city of the in 1955, commonly known as the which in Indian with the independence of the Asian African nations later led the establishment of the first summit was held in September 1961, Nehru was a co-founder of the. No. Now we discuss the foreign policies. Is a introduction of the foreign policies. Foreign policies of India regulated Indian relation with other states of the world in the promoting in the national interest. It is determined by the a member of the factors, geographical history and traditional social structure, political organization, international relations, economic positions, military strength, public opinion, and leadership of the country. Principles of the Indian promoting of the world peace, foreign policy aimed at the promoted the international peace and the security. Article 21, the Constitution, direct the principles of the state, direct the Indian state to promote the international peace and security, maintain just the noble relations between national forests, respect to the international law and trade oblige and encourage the settlement of the international by the beside the peace necessary to promote the economic development nations. Anti-colonialism, the foreign policies of India propose colonialism and imperialism. It leads to the weaker to nation by the imperialism power and the effect of the promote of the international peace. India opposes colonialism in all forms of the supporting the liberation of movement in Afro-Asian countries like a Maldives and Ghana and and also know those Indian experts by the solidarity with the people of of Asian nations in their struggle against the colonial and empirical phases like Britain, France, and Holland and so, no, there is presently narrow colonialism and narrow imperialism is also opposed by the India. Suppose the radicalism in all the forms of the important aspect of India foreign policies, according to the India radical, like colonialism is imperialism, the explorer of the back from the world peace, Indian strength is policies of the radical discrimination began followed by the by uh, South Africa. It never diplomatic relations with South Africa in 1954 as a protest against the policies of radical discrimination. Similarly, India played the important role in the liberalization Jammu and Nabzin from white domination. When we saw the Indian following policy of the agreement, it means the India has military alliance with the countries of either in united with any nations. India has an independent approaches of foreign policies and India to maintain the friendly relations with all countries. Panchashila is impact of five principles of the conduct of the in international relations. It is the preamble of the Indo-China trade on Tibet in 1954 by Jawaharlal Nehru and Qin Leo in Chinese. Primarily, five principles were respect for each other's territories, integrate sovereignty, non-aggression, non-interference each other's internal affair, equal and mutual benefits, peaceful and coexistence. India, India, respectively, perceive the Panchashila as a product of the peaceful cooperative of sovereignty, national balance of the territory, and Cold War sessions being brought about by the great powers, peace, and Indian explained it is the based on the concept of the universalism as against the concept of the balance of power. Panchashila become very popular and many countries of the world like Myanmar, Indonesia, and also so no adapt the Panchashila and non-elegance the greatest contribution of India to the theory of the international relations after Asha even thought a foreign policy, India state maintain the friendly relationship with the countries of the world, which is as always especially based on to Afro-Asian nations. It aimed to the promoting unity among them, the try to secure for them a voice and the influence of the international body. India has the been set in international assess for the economic development for the countries. In 1947, India called the first Asian Relations Conference in Delhi. 1949 in brought that together the Asian countries on the issues and freedom. India played the activity role in the Afro-Asian Conference in 1955. India played the important role in the formation of the Group of 77 in 1964, a group of 15 in 90. India Motion Dream Association for Religion Cooperation in 1997, SARC 1985, India and Big brother from many of the neighbor countries. Linked with the Commonwealth, the 1947 itself is the India declared the continuations of the full membership of the Commonwealth of the nation and the accept of the British crown as the head of the common held on the Commonwealth, but this extra mm, constitutionally declaration does not affect Indian sovereignty if in any manner as the Commonwealth is the valid associate of the independent nations. It has does not affect the Indian Republic. Taxes on Indian neither play the final uh, to be the British crown on or later has any functions to the discharge in the relations to the India. In India, reminded the members of the Commonwealth because of the pragmatic reasons it through that the membership in the Commonwealth would be beneficially to her the economical, political, culture, and other shapes. It has been played the important role of the Commonwealth head of the government, which India host its 14th Commonwealth Summit in New Delhi in 1983, supporting of the UNO. It became a member of the UNO in 1940. 45 itself. Since then, we has been supporting the activities of the programs of UNO, has expressed full faith in the objectives and the principles of UNO. Some of the face in India role in the UNO are it through the UNO that the Indian on policies of fight against of the colonialism, imperialism, radicalism, and now new colonialism and new imperialism. In 1953, Lakshmi Pandit of India was elected the president of UN General Assembly. This is the briefly information of the Jawaharlal Nehru foreign policy. Now we discuss this class in Nehru secularism uh, and Nehru foreign policies. We also thank you again. Next we discuss the next class. Okay, thank you.